Coming to you today from Portland,
We are
Oregon,
live
the
in
banks of the
Portland,
beautiful
Oregon.
River.
Let's get it on, Sacramento Kings.
Thompson
Fired.
is up 8, Lillard and McCollum. Covington is at the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Little in at the small forward position. And at this point of the year, what's the main thing you think Brent, a head coach, has to do to keep his team focused for the second half of the season?
Well, again, keeping guys in great physical shape, so a balance of playing in the games and getting minutes, but also getting on the practice court, which is interesting after coming out of the pandemic season. Kevin, a lot of teams just didn't find any practice time, and this year, if you get back to the regular season schedule, there's ample time to be on the floor. How do you manage that practice time, and how do you manage the rest for guys, active rest on those days off to be ready for the game?
Now here's Little. After the miss from Jones. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now.
Oh, you guys.
It's stolen by Little. Here's Lillard. Poked loose. Barnes looking around. The feed now to Jones. Back to Barnes. Jones.
God.
Trailblazers have gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. McCollum outside. Rebound by the Kings.
Did you give up the
His
ball?
touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Thank
That one
God.
goes. Count it.
90 seconds to score the first bucket.
That was not an easy one to convert.
No, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense.
Now, here's Lillard. He had 25 points last game. And Jones pulls it down.
Run it. Go.
I mean, really out of character for him to miss when
Oh my
the
God.
defense is not right up on it.
Halliburton finds Jones. Sacramento moving it around. To the middle. Here's Barnes.
Jeez,
It doesn't go on
Barnes.
the chance to tie. Little with the ball. Now guarded by Fox. A shot by Lillard. Wide
Oh my
open.
God.
That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Yeah, I think the scouting
They're not
report
hitting me.
says you got to chase him off the three-point line. Not a good job defensively there, but a great job by Lillard to knock it down.
Good on the bucket. Jones has got his second basket.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Portland leading by 3. Cullen passes to Lillard.
I didn't meet my assignment.
Plenty of space. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
I guess
Shoot
even
it.
he has to miss one of those once in a while.
They get it back. Jones uses the
Goodness.
glass to finish the layup. Jones has got 6.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost
Hi,
every
Lillard.
shot he's putting up this quarter.
Lillard against Fox. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Here's
God.
Little. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
On the wing, Jones.
Shoot it.
Divine Halliburton and gets it to him.
Thank
and
you.
he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence. And when Sacramento took Tyrese Halliburton
You give it up?
overall in the 2020 draft, they expected him to contribute
Thank you.
right away. And Tyrese delivered, winning NBA Rookie of the Month in his first 2 months in the league.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Pass to Lillard.
Good. Run it.
Fox with it. Lillard picks him up. Passes it to Jones. To the inside. And Tristan Thompson on the bucket with the assist by Jones. Such a calming influence on the floor. Halliburton plays a break way older than his age.
And remember, Halliburton spent 2 years
No
in college.
way.
Most of the time we see one-and-done guys but that second year can do wonders.
Oh my God,
I stayed for the full 4 years, and that extra experience went a long way.
Here's Jones, following the score by Damian Lillard.
Damn,
And
that's
Jones
true.
slams it in.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Trailblazers trail by 3. He feeds it to Fox. Back to Jones. Good.
Take
and a
over,
nice
let's
assist
go.
from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists in the game. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Sacramento.
And it's been about their defense.
Ah.
Playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've also racked up a ton of points off of turnovers so far in tonight's game.
Here's Sacramento. They're on a 14-6 run. Jones, the pass to Halliburton, and the shot goes in.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Trailblazers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Lillard with it, out guarded by Fox. Lillard misses.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to
Push
cut
it,
the
push
mustard
it.
here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. 7-point differential. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just
Oh
a
my.
little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
Now here's
Help
Lillard.
me, help me.
After the miss from Jones. McCollum outside. It's Covington on the wing.
Bull
He's
crackers.
coming off a 10-point game against Cleveland.
Well, really good ball movement on the entire possession, and then CJ getting slick.
Down low, here's Jones. Comes up empty down low. Trailblazers trail by 4. Pass to Lillard. Four on the clock. Now the pass to McCollum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And out of Lehigh, C.J. McCollum, probably the best player ever out of the Patriot League.
I don't think that's a stretch, Kevin. In 2013, when he was taken 10th in the
That
NBA
rock.
draft, I think a lot of people were trying to look up not just C.J. McCollum's name, but where Lehigh was in the country. But that draft pick
Get
has
me a
paid off
foul.
huge for Portland. Him and Lillard have been one of the most dynamic backcourts in the league for the last few seasons.
Oh my God,
It is
we're
a tough
fouling him to
matchup
death.
on a nightly basis
Come on.
to try to produce against what McCollum brings to the table offensively.
The Trailblazers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Smith checked in for C.J. McCollum. Now here's Jones. And he really played well against Denver. It's good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
It's stolen by Jones. He shoots again.
Thank
Count it.
goodness.
And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Here's Zeller. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Cleveland.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Kings leading now by 7. To the paint. Here's Heel. Here's Jones. Up and in on the layup. Jones has got 20.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Oh.
Smith the pass to Zeller. Pass to Simons. Over Fox.
Oh,
A nice
crap.
shot by Simons.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Jones. That one doesn't go. Now Portland takes it the other way. They just couldn't
No.
come out on top last time they took on the Kings. That one was played in Sacramento.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, that had to have been #1 priority for the coaching staff coming into this one, limiting those turnovers and making sure they don't beat themselves this time.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Nance. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Used to getting pushed around a little bit, Larry Nance Jr. does a nice job of finding enough room to score.
Jones, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. He's got 22.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring.
Yeah,
the
5-second
basketball for
call.
him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Smith kicks to Snell. Here's the teardrop, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Marvin Bagley picks one up. The Trailblazers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is... on the court for Sacramento. Backcourt guard pair is Mitchell next to Halliburton. Harrison Barnes is out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Jones in at the free spot. And with that shot, the Sacramento lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Little.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Orr.
God darn it.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Miracle Man in their last game against the
Well,
Nuggets.
they check back in and they get 5 straight
He had
points,
an
of course.
impressive number of points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Here's McCollum. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. McCollum, no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Covington with it. He averages about 5 points a game. And Barnes comes to help. Pass to Lillard. And Jones sends it back. And the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
And it's the Kings with the ball. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Back to Mitchell. Takes the 3. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 5 assists tonight.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends
God
of the floor here tonight.
dang it.
Making the most of the screen, that's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And a wide open look for
Oh,
McCollum.
crap.
Sinks the triple. McCollum's got 5 points now this quarter.
CJ just so smooth and is a marksman from 3.
Now here's Little. Covered by Barnes. 3-pointer Lillard. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Now here's Jones. 26 points for him.
Oh, my
The shot by
God.
Thompson, no good. Lillard against Mitchell. Lillard attacking. Good work defensively by Jones.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Down low, here's Barnes. Lays it up and in
About
off the
time.
prettiest hit. Barnes has got his first points of the game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Three-pointer, Lillard.
Bull
Good on the triple.
crackers.
And we could be having one of those nights where he becomes the one-man show for his ball club. You just don't need to tell him to keep scoring. He'll do it.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 9. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Hey, Greg, you had a lot of success playing in college and the NBA, but what was the most fun you ever had playing with a team?
Oof, that's a tough call, Kevin. I mean, winning tends to be the most fun, so I'd have to probably say my UNLV team, but we had some great teams with the Knicks, and don't forget about my Blazers. They were also a really competitive team.
Nice shot by Thompson.
Now, that's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. Trailblazers trail by 15. And here's McCollum. He has 6. Here's Lillard.
God
And
darn it.
easy 2 points on the layup. Lillard's got 16 points.
That's an attack mindset from Lillard. We know he loves the 3, but fully confident getting inside and has the ability to score there.
Now here's Jones. Trying to find Halliburton and gets it to him. And good that time.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Inside. And it's
Shit.
Little finishing it off.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Now Mitchell. 10 points for him. To the middle. Barnes trying to free himself up. Jones, no luck. Little passes to McCollum. Pass to Nurkic.
Oh!
Over Jones. And that one hits back iron. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Kings. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home. The Kings shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls. Fox, he's checked in for Sacramento. And so Jones nails both of them.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Trailblazers trail by 15. McCollum finds Lillard. Good work defensively by Fox.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Here's Jones. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And that one's good. Barnes.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Knocked loose. And Lillard gets double teamed. The wide open shot by Little. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. 14 points for Nasir Little. To the inside. Out to Thompson. Outside, Jones. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Albert Covington picks one up. The Kings have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Then for the Kings, Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And Hield subbed in for Halliburton. Now here's Zeller. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Holmes.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Wow, Hield has a beautiful release on his shot right there, just barely off of his fingertips and buttery soft.
Jones. Here's Hield. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. This is his first chance at the line tonight. Free throw drops for Heel. And he makes both free throws.
Buddy Hield just has such an incredibly quick trigger.
Trailblazers trail by 21. There's the pass to Zeller. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Smith outside. 6 on the shot clock. They need this. Rebounded by Holmes. Sacramento leading by 21. Here's Barnes. The rebound by Simons. Portland's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Pass to Zeller. Here's Smith.
Shit.
That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
How about that for some confidence? Dennis Smith Jr. isn't afraid of trying his luck on the inside.
Got a piece of it. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Jones has got 32 points. That will count. That shot off the mark. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's Sacramento opening up. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Miracle Man having a dominant impact in this one.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
Yeah, guys like him love to stuff the stat sheet. He's doing it here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Portland, the veteran pair of Lillard and McCollum are the guards. Covington is at the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Little in at the 3 slot.
And standing 6'3" at that shooting guard spot, you know, the naysayers will question McCollum's lack of size defensively.
Well, it might not be, GA, the size part of it defensively. It's the fact that, you know, you'd like to make more of an impact defensively. So forget the size. You know, CJ needs to show some more effort on that end. The best part about CJ is that he usually wins the matchup on a nightly basis because he's such an incredible scorer, and that's where maybe you make up the difference.
Here's Lillard. Sacramento grabs the miss. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
No problem from Harrison Barnes. They're getting up and throwing it down.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. 90 seconds now into the second half. Halliburton with the steal, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Jones. He fights to the rim for the layup. Jones has got 36.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Bull
Tip of the
crackers.
cap there. I mean, that defense was good. The finish was better.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Inside, here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
And that one's good. Lillard's got 18 points.
Top-notch ball handling skills. That's just one of the things separating Lillard from most other point guards.
Jones finds Barnes, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Little with the ball. Jones covering. McCollum left side. Passes it to Little. Shot clock at 3. From outside, off the mark.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Fox dishes to Jones. Back to Fox. And the layup's good off the glass.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Over to the left.
Help.
Here's Little driving the lane, and it's Little finishing it off.
If you look at career assist numbers for Damian Lillard, the stats don't really jump off the page at you. He's been asked to score more, but he's a creative playmaker when need be.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Some changes for Sacramento. Alex Len's checked in for Thompson. And it's Bagley in for Harrison Barnes. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Little. The shot missing. So the Kings will take it the other way. Jones in the post. Len kicks to Jones. Back to Len. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Nurkic. There's the three. Little can't hit. Here's Sacramento. They're on a 14-6 run. Jones finds Len. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len. Here's Lillard. 18 points for him. To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Sacramento's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game. An outstanding 75% mark. Here's Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Oh, Bagley punishing the defense that time.
Here's McCollum. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Len high post. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Pretty good concentration there. The more touches Len is getting on the inside, it seems like the confidence is growing.
For Portland, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. McCollum passes to Lillard. McCollum against Halliburton. Kicks it out to Lillard. Pocket 6. Drives to the hoop. Len with the block.
While putting the wingspan to great use, Len throws that one away.
And it's Fox with the ball for the Kings. Jones drives in. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
And it's McCollum in the corner. They get it again. Pass to Covington. That's a 2 from Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And for Sacramento, they're shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. Halliburton kicks to Jones. To the paint. And Fox has it in the corner. Jacks up a 3. Jones, no luck. Portland's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Collin passes to Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Halliburton against Lillard.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Here's Jones. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Jones has got 42 in the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Little. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard.
thus far.
Here's Bagley, and there are the Kings with another bucket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Kings.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They have not wasted any time here tonight. They've pushed it whenever they've had the opportunity and have gotten a lot of fast break points out of it.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
It's McCollum on the wing. He kicks it to Covington. Lillard outside. Back to Covington. Can they get it? Connects from 3-point range. Covington's got 6.
Covington knocking one down and showing some confidence in his ability.
Here's Jones, and Jones slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Portland's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Lillard outside. In the corner, it's Little. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates. Tonight, they've asked him to shoulder the scoring load, and he is not disappointed.
Lillard dishes to McCollum, and the pass to Little. The shot, no good. And the Kings going the other way now. Fox passes to Jones.
Get in there.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Nasir Little picks one up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Kings have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for the Kings. Heald comes in for Halliburton, and the call will be against Anthony Simons. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh,
Pass to Simons. And
Get outta
Jones
here.
sends it back. On the floor for Sacramento. Mitchell is out there with Davis. Then it's Jones. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Medu in at the 5. And Spurs great Tim Duncan recently inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. And you played with him, Brent, for a handful of seasons. You won a couple rings. Any reflection?
Well, Tim was such a tremendous teammate and so welcoming to every player that he came across that walked into a Spurs locker room with the inherent trust he had from Coach Popovich that they were going to invite players that were going to come in and be about the right things. I just remember the first time visiting San Antonio, signing as a free agent, and the first person that I saw in the summer in the gym by himself shooting bank shots on the practice floor was one Tim Duncan. What a leader and what an all-time great.
From deep, McLemore drills it from outside. McLemore's got his first 3 points of the game.
Nance is just such a cerebral player out there, does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist. This whole second half, he's been unbelievable scoring the basketball. The defense has had literally no effect.
Here's Jones, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Jones has got 4 points in the quarter.
they're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Ellaby, the pass.
Oh.
And there's the call on
Challenge
Jones.
it. Oh.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
That is all wrist.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
2021 was an unusual season, to say the least, for players, coaches. Brent, there was a lot to adapt to. How do you think you would have handled the condensed schedule?
It's a good question, Kevin. I think just obviously you'd have work to do, and I'd show up every day to do it. And I commend a lot of the players, not just in terms of the level of competition. It was all the other things that they had to do in order to suit up on a nightly basis, not playing in front of crowds. I mean, that is a love of the game type of season that, of course, I hope we never see again because of the circumstances around it. But the players do deserve a lot of credit, and the fans that hung in there and started to show up towards the end of the year to support the players deserve a lot of credit as well, and I'm glad we're through that.
The Kings making a switch here. Len's checked in. It's stolen by Jones. Kicks it to Harkless. Back to Jones. Down low. Inside. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
McLemore dishes to Smith. Passes it to Ellaby. Driving inside. The kick out to Brown. Will it go? And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Pass to Mitchell. To the paint. The dish to Jones. And Jones sees it in.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
To the inside, Davis.
Oh my God.
Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And Nance kicks to Smith. It's Brown on the wing. Defended by Jones. Brown against Davis. Just 5 to shoot. It's good. Greg, you've got the unique opportunity right now to watch your son Cole follow in your footsteps. What has changed for players now versus when you played?
Well, I think the players today are so much smarter, and they prepare to be pros at such an earlier age. And honestly, I think that's one of the advantages our league has. You know, you don't have to teach these guys responsibility. You may have to teach them the game, but they are ready, willing, and able to work to achieve their goals.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Covington's checked in. For Sacramento, they've gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. And Len has it in the corner. Kings moving the ball around. Jones drives in. And, yep, another basket.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Here's Covington. The pass to Ellaby. Brown with it. Just 4 to shoot. Off the mark and a bad shot there. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Sacramento. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Here's Len. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You got to be more cautious when you're guarding Alex Len. Obviously, his size puts you at an immediate disadvantage.
He hits the second from the line. And with so many entertainment options these days, Brent, the NBA not shy innovating to attract and retain viewers. Where do you sit with that? Keep it the same or be creative?
Well, I think the league does a great job of being creative, and I think that You know, Adam Silver does a really good job of not just being a leader, but being a listener. And there's tremendous participation between the Players Association and the commissioner and the ownership group to continue to press the way that the game is played, try to innovate in the way that the game is broadcast, and it'll continue to do those sort of things to draw in the fans that love this game and are invited to that kind of competition.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Out to the right wing. Ellaby, the pass to Smith. To the middle. Pass to McLemore. Outside Covington. Here's Smith. Trying to end the drought. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Smith with it, picked up by Davis. Smith scanning the floor. Brown wide open, he fires. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Kings shooting has been brilliant in this game, 67% from the floor. Count that one. 65 points for Miracle Man.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
And it's Brown missing.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Here's Mitchell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Mitchell's got 6 in the quarter.
They are just killing him on the interior.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Brown, good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Here's Jones. Misses the layup. And for Portland, they're shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. And they get it back. Outside Covington. Brown against Davis. Here's Ellaby. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Outside, Davis. Jones against Brown. Now here's Jones. Defense right on him. 6 to shoot. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
McLemore, the pass to Smith. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Just attacking the basket right there. Smith Jr. goes up strong every time he gets in there.
Nancy's checked in for the Trailblazers. And the Kings also making a change. Tatu's checked in for Len. Here's Sacramento now. And it's Jones, that time on the assist by Mitchell. 69 points for Miracle Man.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Over to the wing. Stolen by Mitchell. To the inside. Here's Jones. Yet another bucket. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Inside. Brown. Good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
1:51 left in the fourth quarter. Jones dishes to Mitchell. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Down low.
Yeah.
It's stolen by Brown. Now here's McLemore. Covered by Mitchell. No one near Smith as he lets it go. And the 3 off target. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Sacramento.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say
mission accomplished now for the Kings.
Better shooting from the charity stripe was what made the difference, I think, in this one.
Yeah, the concentration and focus was there, and I think that was what allowed them to win this war.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was.
For Miracle Man.
Not sure what else the coaching staff could ask for. He contributed in every facet of the game tonight, racking up a triple-double.
First free throw is good.
Now, Dennis Smith Jr., one of the youngest players to ever have a triple-double in the league, and it speaks to his natural talent. Now, just looking for consistency.
Outside, Jones. Back to Mitchell. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. Can't get it to fall. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Feeds it to Brown. It's stolen by Davis. Grabs the rebound again. He hauls in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass. But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And another turnover here by Portland. Jones for 3. Off target with that shot. So it's the Kings winning this one easily.
Oh well.
To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think,